Well, they say you learn something every day, and today is a learning day for me already. I never in a million years thought that this could be a possibility, but I thought I'd just check out the voltage on the battery, and I've also checked, and actually the earths check out pretty sound on my tester, so I'm not going to get carried away in redoing them. If they work, they work. I don't fix it if it ain't broken. So I know that we've got a decent earth. I know that the connections from the alternator wires into the loom are secure now, and they're not going to short on anything. Regarding the misfire, I thought that perhaps, seeing as I hadn't seen any form of voltage regulation, and I had assumed that having a Boyer ignition on it, it would need 12 volts. I had a little dig and just checked, and my first discovery was, oh, what have we got here? A 6-volt battery. And then I thought, some nuts tried to make a Boyer work on 6 volts, because the bulbs are 6 volt as well, and that would explain the absence of a regulator rectifier and just an ordinary old type rectifier on the machine, because that's how they were. But I never heard of one of these before. A 6 volt Boyer ignition unit, 6 volt high power ignition. So everything is okay. 6 volt battery, 6 volt charging system, 6 volt bulbs, and a 6 volt Boyer. I really thought that perhaps being 6 volts and having what I would have presumed to be a 12 volt Boyer ignition system on there, that might have been some sort of explanation or reason for the occasional misfiring that I experienced the other day when I rode this machine. But I'm thinking more and more now that it was probably down to that alternator wire or wires that were randomly shorting against the frame that were probably causing the upset, because that would have caused spikes and dips in the voltage, which the Boyer ignitions are very sensitive to. So I'm going to have a look at these sort of connections, obviously, and make sure I'm happy with all the current going through such things. I may even change them to bullet connectors, actually. That would probably be a nicer job. And then try again. And I've drained the primary chain case now, so that when I next run the engine in the workshop, I'm hoping that there'll be no oil leakage, and that will confirm that it is indeed coming from the primary chain case. I don't think it's coming from the gearbox, and I don't think it's coming from the engine. So we're on a bit of a roll discovering things, and slowly drawing some conclusions and some explanations as to what's going on with this machine, I hope. I've just removed the first of these block connectors, and if we look at this wire here, the blue one coming out of the Boyer ignition box, we can see that the screw has been pressing down on the plastic insulation of the wire. It has broken through it a little, but really in the main that wire has just been clamped in there by its insulation, and perhaps the sort of bare end that should have been fastened by the screw has been poked through far enough beyond that to maybe make some sort of contact with the other wire that it's supposed to be connected with, but that could have been a very dodgy connection. So I'm going to redo that with a bullet connector, likewise that one there, and we can be sure then that those two connections will be working hopefully much better than they were, certainly this one. So, and that's one of the wires for the ignition box, so that again could have contributed to the misfiring. Hopefully we'll work through this, get the job done, and get it running with no misfire.